Speaking to reporters, Public Enterprises Minister Lynn Brown has suggested that the government will reassess the turnaround strategy. Several analysts are surprised by the announcement.
I would venture that that's a very unfortunate outcome, because one of the clear signals that was given by the Minister of Finance at the start of the year was that this was on the cards, this was part of the agenda, and that we could expect to see something on this score.
I think the apparent turnaround is probably catalysed by the acknowledgement that the money involved with SAA is just too large. It's a bottomless pit.
Analysts suggest that government interference will remain a stumbling block for any potential suitors for the airlines. Attempts by Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan to change this have had limited success.
Pravin Gordhan has tried his level best to ensure that the board doesn't interfere in the operational management of the company. And if that succeeds, and if he can demonstrate to investors that that is actually happening, I think that would be a very, very good step forward.
Brown is keen on selling a 25% stake in the airlines, but that's unlikely to attract much interest. It's a question of viability.
I would say that viability is a reasonable assumption, but not under the current ownership or under the current structure. That something has to change.
Certain private equity investors would be interested. I think the stake would have to probably be bigger than 25%. I think it would have to close to 49%. It would have to be meaningful.
There's another issue that will deter potential investors, something the government has no control over.
Geographically, both SAA and Qantas are referred to in airline industry terms as end-of-the-line airlines. They're never going to be huge money spinners, end of story, because you don't come to either country, South Africa or Australia, to go anywhere else. So with that in mind, neither of these are ever going to be great contributors to global alliances.
If this does signal a turnaround in government strategy, it's good news for investors who have potential. Otherwise, it means that this state-owned entity is going to carry on muddling along. I'm Angelo Coppola for CCTV in Johannesburg, South Africa.